Good morning, everyone. Today I want to present my material about language assessment. Language assessment. There are three types of language assessment. One is cloze test, two is gap filling, and three is seed test. Cloze test. Cloze test is an exercise where the candidate is provided with a paragraph. The paragraph has missing words or blank which have to be filled. Sometimes the blanks will have a word in the brackets accompanying it, and the candidate will be asked to pick a word meaning similar to the word in the brackets. Here we will see all the types of cloze test question. Not to mention, the cloze test is very important section, and so questions are duly expected from it in the examination. There are two major patterns based on which a cloze test is asked in the examinations. One, basic fill in the blank format. The simplest format for the closest test is that a passage is given with multiple blanks and candidates need to choose one correct answer from the given option. 2. Replacing words. Instead of giving blanks, multiple words are given in bold in the passage and candidates need to answer it if the word given in bold is appropriate or if it can be replaced with another word from the given options. This is the tips and tricks to solve the closest test. 1. Overview of the passage. Take a moment to read over the text to learn what the topic is about. This will help you pick which of the choices offered will work best in the blank. Number 2. Look for contextually correct options. The options given by the closed test may appear to have identical meanings, making it even more difficult to select the right option. Number 3. Eliminate option in case confused. If you are struggling to find an answer, think about eliminating any possibilities that appear to be incorrect. Number 4. Link the sentences while answering. If you are unable to find the answer, try linking the sentences with each other to simplify the context of the passage. Number 5. Understand the tone of the passage. When a candidate recognizes the tone of the section, choosing the right alternative becomes easier. Gap filling. Gap filling is a form of cloze test that eliminates certain words from a passage. Students must fill in these blanks with suitable words to make the text meaningful. The primary objective of gap filling assessment is to determine students' comprehension and application of grammar rules. The primary purpose of gap filling test is to assess student understanding and application of grammar rules. These tests are particularly effective in evaluating how well students can use language structures in context. Advantage and disadvantage of gap filling. First, we talk about the advantage of gap filling. Number 1, selective deletion allows the text constructor to identify where deletions should be made and to concentrate on the parts that have been identified to be important to the target candidates. Number 2, the test writer can also easily make change while keeping the specified amount of items. The disadvantage of gap filling. Number 1, this technique limits itself to evaluating a significantly smaller range of abilities. Number 2, if the goal is to develop greater skills, an additional structure of gap filling is required. Seed test. The seed test is a sort of language competence test in which part of words are removed from a text and the person taking the exam must fill in the blanks. Seed test consists of several shorter authentic texts in which every second half of every second word has been removed. Let's we talk about the advantage of seed test. Number 1, seed test recommended a variety of text. Number 2, because there is just one potential answer, the test is simple to score. Number 3, seed tests are affordable. let's we move to the disadvantage of C-test. Number 1, there are several problems expressed about its general acceptability as a measure of language skill. Number 2, students become frustrated by having to process fractured material. Thank you. Everyone, today we're going to practice a special type of language assessment called the C-test. Okay, the test is designed to help us evaluate your English proficiency in areas like vocabulary, grammar, and reading comprehension. Here's how it works. You'll see 2 short passages, each about 80 until 100 words. These passages cover the different topics, so we can check your understanding of a variety of words and contexts. Now, starting from the second sentence in each passage, I've removed the second half of every second word. Your task is to fill in the missing parts of those words as accurately as possible. Let's look at an example together. In the sentence, people can know blah blah blah, send, mass, blah blah blah, instant, blah blah blah, nomad, blah blah blah, where they blah blah blah, in the world, blah blah blah. You need to use your knowledge of English vocabulary and grammar to restore each word. For instance, no blah 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 should become now, and mass blah 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 should be message. Does that make sense? For scoring, each word you restore correctly is worth 1 point. If you get close with just a minor spelling error, you'll still earn half a point. But if the word is incorrect or doesn't make sense in the sentence, it won't count. After you complete both passages, your total score will help us determine your proficiency level from basic to proficient. So don't worry if you make a few mistakes, that's normal. This is simply a tool to help us see how you're doing with English and where we can focus on improving. Now let's get started. Please take a careful look at each blank and think about which word would fit best. Good luck.